Ella Project. The Secret Weapon. By Lizelle Tabaquero.
It was too dark to where we are now. Inside the dark wide room, Ella and I were hiding inside the room. There were lots of big grey strange boxes. I was so tired of running, so I sit on the floor behind the boxes while catching my breath. Ella also sits next to me. She placed her head on my chest and hugged me by placing her right hand on my waist. I touched her thick, bob-cut hair. I even combed my hands in and out to make her feel that everything will be alright tomorrow. And if it's not tomorrow, then another day or on the upcoming future, even if it seems impossible. While she's hugging me sweetly, I can feel that she's also scared and a little bit tired. Even if her mind and body was too tired, she still looks fresh, pretty in my eyesight. Her eyes were big, nose was small, skin was pale white, hair was short, black, and was too thick. And honestly, not too normal. Maybe in her year or time, human appearance was beautifully engineered, and her body was sexily perfect. She looks half Asian and half American. Unlike me, I was an original Japanese. You can identify it well through my appearance. For having 5 feet tall of height, fine porcelain white skin, thick with bangs hair, slanted eyes, and pointed nose. You can see that I look like some normal good-looking guy.
Fuji, can I sleep?
Ella asked telepathically as she closes her eyes. Yes, I will undercover you, I replied as I continuously touched her hair and head.
Thank you. I love you so much,
She said with a smile as she closes her eyes. As I kissed her head, I saw her small tattoo of Fuji, which means home. That is written in Japanese kanji. It was placed and has been hidden near to her left ear, and somehow it sometimes shines brightly. It's like a product mark. Truly, Ella was a product of her year. My tears fall as I remember that it was almost 4 months since we're together. We're lost and do not belong to a designated time. Now, history probably will erase us because of the unforgivable destruction that Ella had made. I want Ella to achieve her dream, even if right now, my world seems like ending. She is my home, the woman I want to grow old with, even if I won't return back in my time. I would just staying with her. Probably, I was dreaming, but being with her right now seems not a dream. Ella woke up after 7 minutes. She looks to me. I get a pen from my pocket, then started to draw on the white floor a Snoopy figure to make her smile. She felt happy after seeing my drawing. She copies my drawing to make another Snoopy figure, but puts a ribbon on the top head to make it look like a woman, while I put ribbon on my Snoopy's neck to make his gender male.
Fuji, why do you like someone like me?
She asked me. I smiled to her with no answer and started to reminisce the day we first met each other. Chapter 1. Scary Woman. It was 7 months later. There was a storm during that time. It was signal number 3. I was inside my laboratory. Always, I religiously checking and doing my research for hybrid genes. I was testing the genes of the mouse when I unexpectedly saw a strange figure, shadow of a woman. Oh no! I know, I was alone during this time, so I stopped what I am currently doing. I'll be honest, I was scared of ghosts. Is anybody here? I asked while walking on the dark, silent corridor. Nobody responded, so I hurriedly picked my things and arranged it back on proper location. I can feel something strange. It seems like someone is watching me all around. It's too early if I go home now, I said as I saw that the time is 8 p.m. in the evening. I am a workaholic guy. Every day I work for 13 to 14 hours. This is because I want to do things perfectly. I sit to the floor and alone look into the window. I was honestly bored in my life. I opened my phone and saw the picture of my mother with our 2-year-old dog named Snoopy. I swiped more my phone's image and saw my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend was already married to my best friend 2 years ago. Also, 2 years ago my dad passed away. Snoopy is a dog that just appeared 1 month after my dad died, and he appeared in front of our door. He was baby dog being placed inside a purple basket. I saw a drawing of Snoopy on his basket. That's why I called him Snoopy. My mother said that he was a blessing to us. My imagination was interrupted when I saw again the shadow of a woman with short, bob-cut hair and a perfect woman curve that walks away. I followed it but ended up to an open door going to the hallway. It was raining, so I just looked outside the glass door. From far away, I saw a figure that flashes on the floor. The figure was like Ona. It was a Japanese kanji Ona, which means woman. I tried to go to the location of the figure while it was raining, even if it makes me wet. I looked down and saw it. But it is not Ona figure of kanji. The true figure is Uchi, which means home, in a kanji figure of Ie. I said. I was amazed by the badge, silvery material with flashing rainbow color object. I put it inside my pocket, starts walking slowly in the heavy rain. As the rain gets more heavier, the woman finally appeared in front of me. Seemed so scary because I can see her face. She's wearing a fitted bodysuit that seems not familiar with me.
Fuji,
She said without opening her lips, as her face appeared so clear because the rain just stopped. Who are you? I replied. She disappeared and left a note to me on the floor.
say goodbye to all of your loved ones.
Her note said, she might be kidding or scaring me. Why I can hear her even if she's not really moving her lips or speaking to me. Am I starting to get crazy? Oh, what's that? I went home and take a bath. While I was looking into the badge of Fuji, I remembered the pretty woman in the rain. It seemed so scary. I might be dreaming. Snoopy said as he sits next to me. Should I really say goodbye? I said as I hugged my dog. I went to company and continued my mouse study. While doing my test, a sudden power interruption just happened.
Sir, what is happening to me? My body is moving and I don't know why.
My assistant Ralph said, as I can see that his hand is trying to get the sharp spatula that is next to me. He pointed it to me. That makes me shocked. What are you doing? Don't do that, I said to him, while trying to hold his hand away from me to save my life.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't.
He said while his hand is fighting mine. I ran outside the research lab and locked the door to trap him. It was too dark. I was again shocked to see my co-employees running after me, and they were like having a behavior of zombies. I was so scared, so I ran down the emergency exit door, going to the underground parking area. I hid at the back of my car, then I saw a group of people shadow. The woman probably was right. It might be my last day. I lay down my body to the ground as a sign that I surrender. Father, take me, I said silently while praying to God. The shadow of a woman just appeared, laughing out loud. She appeared in front of me with an evil eye. Probably, she's the reason for all of this.
Fuji, are you scared to die?
She asked without opening her mouth. I was confused because she was telepathically talking to me. I understand her without seeing her speaking. So it means she laughed but it has no sound. Wow! I was amazed by the beauty of this woman. She looked so sophisticated in her appearance. This time she was wearing a shining medium size of dress that makes her look so attractive. However, who is this woman? Why is she doing this? She wants me to die. Why?
Chapter 2. Die.
The woman pointed her rifle gun into my head. During that time, I don't know what to do. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna die, so I called Jesus Christ for protection. I'm not ready. Life is so unfair for me. If I die now, then I won't be able to see my future wife, future children, and won't experience to achieve success. And my mother and Snoopy are waiting for me. The woman stopped and shoot the gun to the other direction. as her clothes changed into a fitted silvery suit. I heard her saying the word, "Stand!" That makes my body stand quickly, involuntarily. I saw her big, bright, electromagnetic color of circle all over us that seems like an aura. As the place changes into a dark forest, she shoots gun around, but I never saw anyone, but only the two of us. And I heard lots of noises that seems like a war, but I never saw anything, only the two of us, until they shows up with the same suit as she is wearing. Around 100 men with fitted suits were surrounding us. They shoot us, but all of the guns just disappeared as it enters the circle around us. This woman is so fearless.
Well, I think I don't need a gun.
She said as she throws it away. They shoot once more to us, but the commander stops their team by shooting to keep the hostage safe. So I am the hostage.
Return him back! ENFJ7, how dare you? You even controlled human at his time. You give us work to fix.
The shooting commander team said,
Die!
she said as she opened her big aura of light that makes them all disappear as if they were thrown to the other time. I was shocked and can't move in my standing position. She holds my right hand as we disappeared and came to a different time. We crashed down in a snow, but the woman changes her mind because it was too cold, so we disappeared again. We fell from a forest near Oceanside. I felt tired and was overwhelmed in what happened to me. I was happy because she didn't kill me. When she stares at me, she smiled crazily.
I can kill you now.
She wickedly said, "She's damn crazy." So I tried to defend myself by punching her, but it doesn't work because she controls my body.
I forgot. If I kill you, then I will die too.
She said to me,
Maybe I can little by little torture you.
she added, "She's pretty but so psycho. I don't know who the hell is she." Her demonic mood changes as she saw the Fuji pendant in my pocket. It seems like she's familiar with it.
Don't give me conscience.
She said as she jumps on the sea. For 10 seconds, she didn't come back. I was scared. She might be a suicidal woman. So I jumped and saved her. I do not know what comes into my mind or what comes into her mind. I felt tired, so I slept beside the tree. After many hours, I heard a woman's voice that said, "Die." I was shocked because she was looking into my face while I'm sleeping. "What are you?" I said to her.
Chapter 3: Freedom.
She stares at me and moves her face 3 inches away from mine.
She seems like examining me.
Why did you save me?
She asked. You don't have to die, I replied. She stand up and my body also follows her. This time, she seems normal and not insane. She smiled like a nice woman. Who are you? What are you? Are you a hybrid human? Where are we? I asked, as I saw some flying dinosaurs. It seems like we are in the time where dinosaurs exist.
You gain my trust. I am ENFJ7 from Ella Project of year 2222. An army who fights extraterrestrial beings using 4D power of mind.
She said telepathically again. Your name is from MBTI personality. ENFJ means extroverted, intuitive, feeling and judgment, right? Right? Maybe I can call you from other name. Ella is much better, so that I can remember it easily. I said,
In my time, name is not necessary. We are just numbered by our category.
She replied, Why did you want to kill me? I asked.
I want to ask for my freedom in my time. That's why I kidnapped you as an exchange. Your existence is very important in the history.
She explained, Why? Why you don't have freedom? I asked.
I want to live like a normal person. I was genetically engineered human. I have no parents. Honestly, it was not only me, but we are hundreds of us. We all want it, but nobody tries. So I did it right now. Even if we don't like to work as an army, we are all required to do that. Because we are not a normal person.
Am I dreaming? A woman with a special power and I traveled in different time? I must be insane.
Don't be scared. I am a well-developed psychic soldier. I 100% can use my thalamus or my third eye to control everything. The reason is why I can talk, control, and travel on different time without time machine.
She even added that amazes me. How can I help you? I asked.
It's easy. Just stay with me as I scare all of them.
She said, on the other side of the time, a group of time soldiers were finding us. Their goal is to return me back without changing any history in the planet. The soldiers were led by a 40-year-old man named Max. Ella sends them a message through universal frequencies that tells them to give freedom for all genetic armies to live normally. If not given, she will kill Fuji, which is me, and will damage all time dimensions. What a disgrace to our team! ENFJ7 is one of the successful psychic soldiers that ever made. But now, she is a trash that rebel against us. He angrily said. A group of psychic soldiers came, led by ENFJ1, which is the lead team or superior of ENFJ7. Commander, he said as he vowed for respect. Find ENFJ7, dead or alive, then bring Fuji back safely in his time. Max commanded. Going back in my time, and control all dinosaurs. That is why we are safe in this time. She even can talk to them. We rode at the back of the big T-Rex. I was amazed because I am now in the Jurassic Park.
We are safe here. They will find it hard to track us. I can even use dinosaurs to attack them.
A much bigger T-Rex dinosaur came. He looked to us and sounds loud. Ella talked to him, but suddenly she looked to me and spoke loudly.
Run! He wants to eat us!
Ella shouted. We ran as fast as we can. Ella controls one of the dinosaurs to attack the big one, but it manages to kill him. We hid under the big tree. Ella, there is no house, no nice food, and too dangerous. We are human. We must live normally. This is a jungle. I can't survive with dinosaurs. I complained. Let that dinosaur disappear, like what you did to the others. Kill it. I commanded her. She laughs to me.
I can't. I won't do that. I'm not a killer.
She answered, but if you're not, what did you do to the other time travelers that disappeared? I asked.
I just transferred them to different time. They have their own time machines. That's why they can still go back.
She explained.
If I transfer that dinosaur to other time, that would cause a lot of trouble in every history. My penalty will get bigger.
She even added, so what should we do now? I asked.
Just be a man.
As she holds my hand as we disappeared and traveled to different times. Our environment changes. We suddenly came to a different town. Natives probably in United Kingdom. We tried to hide and stole some clothes from near shops. Where are we? I asked.
This is the time of King Arthur at Great Britain.
She said, I think it's fine to stay here than the previous one. But what is our goal? Still to hide me? I asked.
Yes, also to scare them if they won't give the freedom that I desire. I will not show mercy.
She said seriously. We walked along the street, little bit, taken some apples and ran fast. We are doing a human thing, I said to her while eating the apple.
It's for our survival.
She said to me. Suddenly, she identified a time guard.
Great, we had one.
She said. She grabbed me and talked loudly.
I won't return him back as long as our freedom will not be given.
She said. The two time guards disappeared and attacked her. She manages to transfer one of them to the other time as she fights back. They rolled over the vehicle. Man saw them and ran past, but time guard shoot him down to disappear, including the vehicle.
It's your fault. You changed that man's life. Surrender now, or prepare to fight.
The time guard said. The time guard calls many of them. So Ella grabs my hand and controlled my body to have strength in running. We travel different times, but still time guards follows and runs behind us. Why did they know where are we going? I asked.
Because our technology is so high-tech.
She telepathically replied. We finally ended in a Stone Age time. We felt tired. Finally, there are no longer time guards.
Chapter 4. Human.
I don't like this life. This woman is so crazy. She abducted me for her freedom. I stare at her as she watches the sea waves. I sit beside her and ask few things. If you receive the freedom that you are asking for, then what will you do in the future? I asked.
I want to marry a man and be a psychic teacher.
She said. I smiled after hearing her simple life goals. She seems human too. She might be a romantic woman.
Fuji, in my time, soldiers are not allowed to marry because we are meant to sacrifice life for the people.
She even added, probably this woman is no boyfriend since birth. She's pretty, but why the hell ruins her life?
Oh no!
I hope that they will grant you that, I said as I changed my mind of escaping. I was amazed by the time traveling thing. My time doesn't have that, I said.
Already, your government had that, but they are hiding it from the people.
She said.
Your Uchi pendant, the person I like owns that same type of pendant.
She said, I just saw this pendant on the day that I first saw you. I said,
There are many extraterrestrial things that your time won't accept.
She said out of nowhere, what do you mean? I asked.
I won't tell you.
She replied, can we go to the future and see my future family? I requested.
No, I won't allow you. Time traveling is not for fun.
She replied, am I going to marry? I asked.
Yes.
She responded, who is she? I asked for curiosity.
I don't want to mention.
She said, can we go to the other time? I asked, that makes her smile a little bit. John Titor, do you know him? Let's find him. I said,
He is a time traveler thief. He traveled in many different times without permission and gets items from past dimensions.
She replied.
He even told people in different time about the oldest version of time machine. A traitor of history.
She even madly said, is he still alive?
No. He was killed when he joins the reptilian allies of secret government.
She said, I was curious. Earth will rapidly change and aliens will soon exist in our planet? As I heard from her, and John Titor was real, I'd never thought that he was a thief.
Fuji, just like him, they will kill me soon if I won't return you back, or even if I return you. I am fighting not only for my freedom, but also to all genetic humans who were scared of getting their freedom.
She seriously explained in a formal voice. Now I understand. It's there for me, her key for her wish and for her freedom.
Chapter 5. Trouble.
We went to a different time, to the time where technology is not human. We went to China with loaded of golds inside our big bags. We exchanged some to be able to buy food and to have a temporary house to live in. From our window, I can see the Great Wall of China, which was ongoing. Many men are doing the construction. I was amazed by their way of constructing. I walk outside while Ella is taking bath. I saw lavender and many of them look so wonderful. I touched it, but suddenly a group of time guards came with a man that used his psychic ability to paralyze me. Out of nowhere, I heard Ella speaks inside my mind.
No worries, I'll be there in a few seconds. They won't be able to touch you.
She said in my mind as my paralyzation was removed, wherein the man who paralyzed my body was being paralyzed now. The two-time guard tries to touch me but they felt pain. After realizing that I was shielded by a rounded auras of bright frequency being made by Ella, Ella suddenly came with a pretty violent sexy dress. The time travelers called other teams, so they get into hundreds of people. They surround us once again. My feeling is, this is how important I am in the history. Time guards are doing their best to save me while Ella is doing her best to fight to them. Ella, being a little bit brain tired, decided to get me and travel to another time with our stolen goods. We went to Philippines during Spaniard time. I paid golds for room, food, and clothes. Ella quickly slept. I wore it to her, so I touched her hair and used my hand to comb her hair. How long will it take for us to get her freedom? I asked myself. I take a nap next beside her. When we woke up, we received an invitation for a classic Filipino dance party. We dressed the so-called barong and saya. Ella still looks amazing in any type of clothes.
Mukha kang Hapon.
A Filipino said to me that I do not understand. Honestly, it was Ella who always speaks to them and to other times. They were amazed because she can communicate to them through mind without any language or words. We danced together when we heard an old Filipino song. It seemed so sweet, so we danced sweetly. Ella puts her hands on my neck while I put mine on her waist. The first part of the song says,
Gusto kitang isayaw na mapagat.
I can't understand it, so Ella sends me through mind the power of translation of words without any language barrier. The meaning of the song is so lovely. I was then feeling something strange. I was starting to like Ella. My heart starts to beat fast. The feeling is like being casted a love spell or being hypnotized. As the song gets more romantic, I was going to kiss her, but she stopped me by touching my lips by her index finger. I felt a little bit sad, but she smiled and touched my forehead, and suddenly weird happens to me. All around us just warped and place was changed. Did I suddenly time travel? I was in a place with full of big lavenders. I inhaled and exhaled the air because it smells good and so relaxing. Then from far away I heard Ella. This time she speaks and opens her mouth so wide.
Fuji!
She said while waving her hand with the strange bracelet. She's very pretty. She touches the lavender as she goes towards me. Her clothes changes into a floral violet dress, and mine also changes to that matches her.
Do you like this?
She asked when she faces me while touching the lavenders on our side. I like you. I said that makes her stares to me with silence. I like you so much. I like your voice. I like your hair. I like your smell and even the way you are. I honestly said. She smiled and puts her head on my chest, then hug me.
I can hear your heartbeat syncs with mine.
I suddenly hear again the lovely Tagalog song playing from the time we are dancing romantically.
Gusto kitang isayaw ng mapagal.
Ella stares to me and I stares too. We dance sweetly. As we dance, I touches her cheeks and kisses her sweetly. She kisses back, so we continuously do it until we lay our body to the ground. My lips goes to her neck, and as I can feel that it's going deeper, Ella tapped my forehead or third eye's location. We suddenly goes back to the Philippines and to the time we are dancing in the party. I was little bit overwhelmed. Am I dreaming? I asked.
Yes, you are. But your imagination goes wild. That makes me scared. So I returned you to the reality.
She explained.
Fuji, I like you too.
She said that makes me very happy as we continue dancing. We sleep together in one bed. This time, since we like each other, Ella is now my new girlfriend and I'm now her boyfriend. Unexpectedly, we became a time traveler couple. The thing that I won't regret. Ella hugs me tightly.
Don't leave me.
She said, I won't, Ella. Maybe as you get your freedom, we could stay together. I said happily.
I changed my mind. I won't ask for my freedom anymore. I found my freedom from me. We must go to a place that we can't be seen anymore from the time guards and live there as we grow old,
She said while her eyes starts to close. I had an idea, let's build a house near Mount Fuji in the time that there are few people living there. I suggested because I love my hometown.
Tomorrow, let's go there.
She said as she fell asleep on my chest in a hugging position.
Chapter 6, Love.
It was so fast. I fell in love to Ella. Ella loves me back. I remember that Ella told me that I will marry someone. Inside my mind, it was Ella that I want to grow old with. We landed to the white sand beach. Here few people are living. I hold her right hand. We pay golds for a bamboo house. I was happy to be with her. So I started making drawings of Snoopy on the sand. She saw it and copies my drawing.
What's that?
She asked me. It's Snoopy. I said as I remember my dog. I miss my mom and my dog. I wish that I could see them. I said. As we walked on the beach, we saw a puppy. I said that we could adopt it, but Ella disagreed. Instead, she has an idea. We put the puppy inside a violet basket and traveled on different time. There, unplanned, I saw myself and my mom going inside our house. Ella puts the dog in front of our house. I remember that it was the time I saw Snoopy. So I placed my Snoopy drawing inside the basket. We left the dog and traveled to other times. Accidentally, Ella brought us into her time where we are in a large, strange building, flying cars, and the city was covered in a transparent dome. It was so quick, time travelers runs after us. Ella controls my body so that while she's running, I follow too as fast as we can. My body imitates the way she moves strangely. Until we came into a dark, wide room. Inside the room, there are lots of big gray strange boxes.
I'm sorry, I was a little bit dizzy.
She said to me. We felt tired, so we sit on the floor. I understand that Ella is too brain tired. She sleeps while hugging me while I'm combing her hair. When she woke up, I drew Snoopy and she also copied my drawing with a female gender of Snoopy. I love Ella. As I'm going to kiss her, all-time guards found us. I think it was our end, but suddenly, 7 of them fights them all to save us and brought us in different time. One of them is a guy with a long blonde hair that seems like their leader. ENFJ7, how are you? One of them with a long blonde hair said,
ENFJ1, why did you save us?
Ella replied, the 6 of them just cover up ENFJ1 and checks the surrounding.
We want to join you for the freedom protest.
ENFJ4 said,
I'm sorry, but I won't let any one of you be in trouble like what happened to me right now. I will work alone.
She replied, as we get a desired freedom, we can be together. ENFJ1 said as he holds the hands of Ella, not knowing that I was her boyfriend. Ella removes her hand and doesn't accept his offer. ENFJ1 looks to me and tries to read my mind. He smiles with a little tear in his eye after realizing that I was now his boyfriend. Did you fall in love to our creator? His mind tells that you are in a relationship. ENFJ1 said to Ella. Ella just nodded that makes ENFJ1 seems broken-hearted.
I think I must leave now. ENFJ7, you can live with a man from different time. Remember, I can offer you the love that matches yours. We will, all together, protest too, to gain the freedom that we all deserve as a genetic human.
He said as the 7 of them disappeared in front of us. I can feel that Ella was so sad, so I hug her from the back. I whisper that we can stay at Mount Fuji and build a home, then live normally on the time where people were few. Ella and I decided to build a small house near top of Mount Fuji. Ella started to work as a woman who picks flowers while I work as a carpenter down the mountain. We lived normally for 1 month. We met lots of friends. We seems like newly married couple. She cooks food for me and always prepares my need. While we are walking to the downtown, I saw a pretty lady that makes Ella a little bit jealous. So I brought her in front of the church where I kneel and ask her to marry me.
Fuji, is God your creator? Is he true or an imaginary?
She asked me. Yes, he is. He was the reason why you are here with me despite of our time differences. And he creates everything. I replied. She smiled and looked inside the church.
I was not created by him.
She sadly said to me, yes, you are. Your human body is not, but your soul was created by him. I silently said that makes her smile.
Let's believe in God,
she said to me with a smile. I wish that one day we could marry on this church and God will be the witness of our love. we will have children. We will name them Siltiel and Teresita. Going home, we saw a big rainbow.
Fuji, someone told me that in the end of the rainbow, there is a treasure of golds located on it.
She silently said that makes me smile. Day goes by and we are living in a peaceful life until the night that a visitor from other time came.
Chapter 7, Rainbow.
Ella and I were been together for more than 2 months. We also encountered lots of time guards from previous months that causes disappearance of many people and even vehicles to be able to keep the history remain the same as it goes by. We ended a peaceful life in Mount Fuji, wherein time guards seems like get tired of hunting us. However, the truth is, I wasn't aware of the true happenings. While I was sleeping, Ella one night has been contacted by ENFJ1. Ella hypnotizes me for a deep sleep while she goes outside our house. There, many genetic engineers, including ENFJ1, appears in front of her.
ENFJ1, why a sudden visit?
She asked. ENFJ1, including all genetic engineers, kneels in front of her. ENFJ7, please, return back Fuji, so we could finally receive the freedom. We received permission from the higher being, but they are wanting for the safe return of our Creator. ENFJ1 explains. ENFJ7, which is Ella, suddenly felt sad for hearing that they want to return me back, even if their freedom will be granted.
I won't. Kill me first.
She said with an evil laugh. Genetic engineers will start to attack her, but ENFJ1 as their leading superior stopped them as an order.
Let us peacefully live.
ENFJ1 said to all, as all of them responded and disappears one by one. Hi! Hoy! Hoy! ENFJ7, please, don't let his dream be broken just because of the so-called love. We will wait until you return him willingly. He silently said to Ella as he disappears. Ella ignores them and goes inside the near church alone. I suddenly woke up around 12 in the midnight. Where is Ella? I said as I look around our room and house. I walk all over until I end up seeing her inside the church. She's standing and seems like praying. I walk next to her that makes her notices me. Why did you go here? I ask her.
Nothing. I'm just thanking God for creating you and for having you in my life.
She said to me with a tears that fall in her cheeks. I was shocked to see her cry for the first time. So I wiped her tears using my hand. You shouldn't cry. I was also so thankful because you are created and given a soul by God. I said to her that makes her smile. I kisses her forehead and starts walking back to our home. On next day, I work as a carpenter at the nearby town. Ella gives me my lunch box that makes me smile.
Go home early.
Ella said to me that feels like she's afraid of losing me. Yes, I will. I replied with a smile in my face. I passes the lavender garden and the church. I start working even if the work of carpenter really doesn't suit me. I somehow became used on doing this because I love Ella and I want us to be together. While resting on the tree, I opened my lunchbox and saw my favorite food being placed on it. ENFJ1, out of nowhere, came and sits beside me. Are you going to take me? I am sorry, but I was protected by Ella's aura. So you must talk to her first, I said to him while eating. No, I am not here to take you. I just want you to know that the future needs you. Without you, we won't be created. He said that stops me from chewing my food. What do you mean? I was the one who created you all, including Ella? I asked him. Yes, you are. That is why all time guards and us are worrying that if you won't return back, Earth in your time will face a great danger if that happens. He said as he disappears quickly. I continued eating my food with my tears falling. After knowing that it was the reason why Ella hates me when she met me for the first time. Because I was their creator and now world will face a great problem if I won't return back. But it doesn't matter to me. I love Ella. I will stay with her forever. When I was done in my work, I went inside the church. Ella, most of the time, act like an evil woman. Stronger than anyone, and bossy, but still she had a soft side that I can see. She's still a human, and I love her as a woman. Please God, let me stay forever besides her. I pray silently. I go out the church and continues walking until I saw Ella looking at the double rainbow. I stand next to her and smiles hopelessly.
Fuji, when the holographic old man told me that the rainbow has treasure in the end, I start searching for the end of the rainbow. The rainbow's light is so endless, so I failed to locate it. But when I found you, I now understand that the rainbow's end is you in my life.
She silently said while looking on it.
Ella suddenly touches my third eye, and we time travel to a different place. We came to an amusement park and saw a woman with long hair waiting in the bench that wears the pendant Gucci that I had right now.
She's pretty.
Ella said silently while we are looking. You are much prettier, I said to her. After a few seconds, my 2 years older self came for the woman and starts walking together. Is she? I asked, as I realized that Ella shows me my future wife.
She is your future wife.
Ella said as she transfers us to another different time. This time, I saw my 38 years old self with my young 2 children playing at the park.
They are your future children.
Ella said to me. Stop! Ella, I don't want to see them. Stop this. Let's go back. It's over! It's only you and me! We will stay together and forever! I shouted as I became so angry because she's showing my future self. Ella returns us back in Mount Fuji upon hearing me. Ella, don't let me go. I'll be a man. I will do lots of things and prove that I will be as strong as you. Please, Ella, please. I said to her as I hugged her tightly.
Fuji, why do you like someone like me?
She asked with a crying voice. I like you because I love you, Ella. I love you for who you are. You must know that. I replied to her. Ella cried upon hearing it.
Be a more man, Fuji. Be the best version of who you are and create us. Okay? I'm so sorry. I love you so much.
She said as she suddenly makes me disappear in front of her. Ella cried out loud as she returns me back in my time. She remembers when she was young, she receives a message from the older version of me to tell things about the rainbow. She was then a close friend of ENFJ1 that always protects and guides her. Her first lover was Aldrin, a human, which is my grandchild. But because she's a genetic human, they were separated together. Ella, after many days, finally surrendered to her time and was sentenced for half-year imprisonment as punishment for the ruined timelines and disappearances of many people around the world. ENFJ1 weekly visits her.
Stop visiting me. I don't need someone.
Ella said to him, "You are the reason why we all have freedom now. We are all thankful." ENFJ1 said to her,
Is that all? I did it for myself. I don't want you to pity me.
She said seriously, ENFJ7, you had lots of hard times in life, not being able to find true love that lasts forever. I am willing to be here forever. I love you. You must know that. I want to always remind you that until the day that they will release you. He said that makes Ella cry a little. On the other side of the story, I woke up in my bed with tears in my eyes. I just came in my actual reality and time. I just don't remember a lot of what happens to me, and Ella seems like only a dream. I continue working as best as I can, then after many years, Earth changes and technologies make its way. I get too old, 50s of age, and receives a Nobel Prize award for my so-called Ella project. I was invited one day in a television show and been asked, "Let us welcome Fuji Naoya, the winner of Nobel Prize Award for the Ella project." So what is the inspiration for the Ella project, sir? The interviewer asked. It was the rainbow. It inspires me to be the best version of who I am. I said to them, and God for creating me. I added that makes all viewers clap their hands. But why you named it Ella instead of Rainbow Project? The interviewer asked more. That makes me stop a little. I choose as Ella because I believe that in times of my hardship, I am always needing an umbrella. He said with a plain laugh that makes audiences laugh too. I walk alone and saw a Snoopy robots that greet people. My tears fall as I remember Ella. Time traveler are present during this time, so I send holographic messages to the other time, including ENFJ7, which is the 8-year-old Ella. In the year 2200. When it came to her, she opens her device that appears my older holographic self. It makes her smile upon hearing my voice. At the end of the rainbow, there is a treasure located on it. So please keep on searching for the treasure. My older self said that makes her smile.
Laughing, smiling, looking down, saying,
The end. Thank you so much for listening. Ella Project. The Secret Weapon by Lizelle Tabaquero.